You know, we're starting the day off today with Desiree. Lion is lion. Big up all the lion them. The lion hearted. Lion constellation. The Leo. That's of Orion. Tribe of Judah. King of kings of Zion. Oh. We live in Gaza and of living waters. Key to the door to the bridge from the north. Forever after. Headquarters of the most high mind of Hercules. Genetics of genetics. King of kindred of Alpha Omega. Allegorical art of a creation of one life preserver. The covenant of Moses and Aaron. Like God is standing in this ocean and life. God and some human relationship don't sink up. Lion is lion, I live where the hell to come. Lion is lion, as the head of the jealousy prophet. Lion is lion, a commander of armies. Lion is lion, and the battlefield with soldiers that is. Lion is lion, business warriors, singers, river king. Lion is lion, who does it lion he come from? Lion is lion, people in the ghetto so in it. Lion, the uncovered of Zion, draw and cut to conquer. But news for the peace, prophecies of the Ant-Man of tribe of Judah. Dragon slayer, mountain of life, the lifeline of the bloodline, Melchizedek, anchor the priesthood, preserver. Son of Enoch, Methuselah, a reservoir, a life preserver. Our cozy architect established Ethiopia. Lion of Judah, God's rightful ruler. Lion is lion, I live with the hell to prop. Lion is lion, as the head of your child of Saint Prophet. Lion is lion, a commander of armies. Lion is lion, and the battlefield with soldiers batting. Lion is lion, business warriors, singers, fiber king. Lion is lion, you have a player he come from. Lion is lion, people in the ghetto flow with it. Lion, yeah. Desiree said, lion, lion. She said, lion is lion. Let me tell you something about the lion paw. Let me tell you something about the lion heart. Big up all the lion in the building. Big up Craig Mushan anchoring love. Big up Eric Henderson. Big up yourself. One love. Big up everybody anchoring love right now. Wagwan, ask Lisa Legs. It's time for another daily self-love message. Today we have a Venus Day self-love message to boldly balance inner and outer world harmony to sustain new paradigms and prosperity. To boldly balance inner and outer world harmony to sustain new paradigms and prosperity of life. Yeah, life is good. Gratitude, baby. Try it. Gratitude uplifts your mood. Stay woke. Gratitude gives you energy, motivation, inspiration. Complaining makes you tired. It drains you. It even confuses you. You are what you complain about. Without a doubt. Let's get this T tag message from my stash though. Big up Yogi and all the tea drinkers. Compassion is your strength. Enough said. Here we go. So today, Venus Day self-love message to boldly banner, boldly balance inner and outer world harmony to sustain new paradigms and prosperity. We're gonna know. We're gonna start off knowing that this T tag message, compassion is your strength, is the very best way for you to navigate you. See, as you decide to boldly balance inner and outer world harmony, it might mean that the things on your heart that you didn't share out loud will have to be broadcasted through your actions. And it might mean that you're a little shy. It might mean that you want to cry. It might mean that for the very first time ever, you will be sharing something near and dear to your heart because you have recognized that you can no longer live apart from your inner world, harmonizing with your outer world. The yearnings on your heart can't be denied, ignored, and expect to have happiness, joy, for real. So as we sustain our new paradigms and prosperity today, we start off with self-love habits, okay? Because that's what we always do. But we have affirmations, so we're gonna include them too. Because I could just really go off the dome with this T tag message: compassion is your strength. Be compassionate with yourself and give yourself the strength to balance your inner world and your outer world, your heart's desires. Stop fronting on your feelings. We got Synchronicity 4.7, I choose loving peace. That's actually the very last affirmation in the Resonation Journey, aka season 2 of the morning show. And it's literally the last two affirmations that came out. Synchronicity 4.6, I share with love. Synchronicity 4.7, I choose loving peace. Just dwelling on those synchronicity affirmations with boldly balancing inner and outer world harmony on this beautiful Venus day, which positions us to sustain new paradigms and prosperity. Do you want to hold on to your recent win? You made a leap of faith, finally betting on yourself, and you're tasting what it feels like to truly win, where your heart and your mind harmonizes. When the things that you want on the inside for your whole life, the things you grew up dreaming of as a child, you finally start making steps towards it, and you're tasting that true excitement that comes from your heart singing. I share with love. So as I share that my whole life has changed since I took a leap of faith and I ain't turning back, I share with love because I choose loving peace. I choose loving peace because getting to peace from war and argument is not the same type of peace that you get through compassionate, graceful elegance and compromise. The, the peace tastes different and it costs a different price when you approach your peace from that way. So since I choose loving peace, I share with love. I share my new dedication and determination to balancing my inner and outer worlds in a loving, peaceful way, as opposed to popping off and clocking tea and throwing shade and being petty and malicious and vindictive because everybody else was living their dreams this whole time. That's not their fault that I was too shy to grab what's mine. Being mindful 1.3 is here from the foundation deck. Stop and consider. With mental transmutation 2.1, my thoughts rule my life. At the bottom of the foundation deck, we have Temperance 3.1. The process is precious. This is such a beautiful collection of affirmations for today's daily self-love affirmations message to boldly balance inner and outer world harmony to sustain new paradigms and prosperity. Stop and consider being mindful 1.3 because I know mental transmutation 2.1, my thoughts rule my life. Since my thoughts rule my life and I see it every day because the thoughts influence what I do and what I say, I stop and consider in a being mindful type of way to make sure that my thoughts actually match up with the reality of the situation around me, whether I am connecting to it as I create new options to bridge the gap between living the life of my dreams and pivoting away from the current situation. I'm gonna consider how the situation plays out and affects me and mine. Temperance 3.1, the process is precious. Every moment in this process is beautiful. Starting with the moment when I step out of it and wake up and realize that I am not allowing my inner and outer worlds to harmonize. The moment when I gather my wits about me to set an intention. The moment when I take that first step boldly in the balancing of my inner and outer world's direction. As I stop and consider in that being mindful type of way, I recognize that when my thoughts rule my life, and I choose loving peace, my thoughts will always be in the direction of more peace, more peace. I'd rather be peaceful than right. See, the thing is, some people, they're so stuck on ego and proving that they're right. They don't realize that they create so much dissension, frustration, and vexation, not just in themselves, but in others, which creates tumultuous journeys. But guess what? The process is precious, and even those parts of the process are valuable because it shows how you might not want to flow as you grow and position yourself to glow in a sustainable type of way as you make sure that you do the things you need to do to bring these new paradigms in a sustainable way as a part of the foundation of the new prosperity that we're living. The process is precious, baby. So just continue to anchor love and focus your thoughts. And my GoPro just shut off, but I don't care. Pull up. It's time for the bars. Lisa Legs is here, throwing more love in the atmosphere. Wagwan, I'm here to say the self-love affirmations of the day, synchronicity, and being mindful and temperance are topics that came out to play with mental transmutation. That's one of the big topics that lays a great foundation for us to take control of our life, to recognize that we cause our own strife with every decision and thought and deed. And as we realize that we got everything we need to succeed and we just have to buckle down, we realize that it's time to turn that frown upside down and smile. If even just for a little while, just smile. Because it improves your mood, positions you to be dwelling in a state of gratitude, and you won't even want to be crude, lewd, or rude. As gratitude improves my mood and increases my altitude and improves my aptitude to proceed and give my crew what they need. Uncle of Crew, you know how we do. We exude gratitude every time we come through. See, when we pull up, the whole place full up because they know that the vibe's about to lift up. They know that when we come through, it's like the might that's touched the success we bring out, without a doubt. It makes you want to scream and shout as you walk about and see that this is the way it could be. Far and wide as I anchor love on the love side. See, the love is where I reside. And as I rep the art of the lady every day, I'm gonna take a moment to remind you, me love ramp, but me nah play. Infill trilly the trill Philly, here to make them feel silly. You know, the spiritual warfare dilly. As we're here on the front line, it's time to shine. See, like the sun every day, we're here to slay. With one stare, I might slay like a Care Bear, and I really don't care because I care way too much to care way too much, and I realize I care too much, and that's why I love so much, and I love so hard, and I'm gonna pull their love card. See, when I come through, bigging up the Uncle Love crew, and they know exactly how I do. Infield, Chili, the Chill, Philly, Lady, Chainsaw, Power Tool, Charlie, Shy, Stewie, L, coming through, you know how we do. Cause meek doesn't mean weak. And I anchor love 7 days of the week, every day. Because there's no time off when it comes to this anchor love crew vibe. Spiritual gangster here, ready for the ride. And if you're ready for the ride, then you'll ride with love. Because you know with love, pew, pew, pew. Yeah, I just saw a thing said. Don't ever forget. Just because I love peace doesn't mean I don't savor a good war. The problem is I'm way too powerful and I always take it too far. So it's not safe, it's not safe, it's not safe, it's not fair. That's why we just let our powers combine for a Care Bear stare. Because it's morphin' time. And we're going to blast these infidels out of here. I'm a chill though. I mean, you know how we do this Anchor Love Crew flow? Big up Za World though. You too powerful, you already know. See, pure power don't power trip. And that's why I take my time and just rock my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let me chill.